Love your white men, ladies.
This window's not
Love your white man.
This window's not doing anything for my
Or
face.
your black man, or your Asian man, or whoever you're with. Just love.
I feel the love. I'm TJ, and this is Misha, and we are We the Woodards.
We wanted to do a vlog on racism and our KKK experiences because, believe it or not, we have had a few run-ins with them, but probably not like you would think. Okay, so a lot of times when people find out that where we live in the backwoods of the South, we get a lot of reactions. But I will start out by saying this vlog is not to offend anybody. Pulaski, known for the place where the KKK was founded.
Pulaski, Tennessee.
A lot of times my family is like, you're gonna get hung, strung up by a tree. Do black people live there? I get a lot of questions like that.
Well, when me and you were first dating, I was trying to convince her to come see me. And for the longest time, she was afraid to because all she had ever heard about Pulaski was the KKK. I practically had to beg her to come visit me.
Honestly, this town, it's a great, small, quiet town. Probably the most loving place that I've ever lived. Our church family is super loving. It's one of those towns, I mean, the whole city is 6 square miles. And so everybody knows everybody. We live like in the middle of a field that is in like the middle of the woods, honey. So we are like backwoods, like, how y'all doing? That's what it's like out here.
The KKK, it's been a while since they've done it, I believe, but they're supposed to have every year here at the courthouse, they have a rally. It's like a parade and it just goes around the square. And
supposedly, but I have never seen
well,
this.
they used to actually wear all their, you know, white gowns and white hoods and all that stuff and like parade through the square.
Right. Well, now they can't wear it anymore. I think they've been reduced to t-shirts. Yeah. Good old white pride.
People from all over the country drive at our square in downtown Pulaski.
Have you ever seen this happen?
No, I personally don't. If I have, I don't remember. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I've never seen this happen before. This is just like supposedly what people say happens here. There's some guy outside bush hogging our field. This is what I'm talking about, country and backwoods.
Bush hogging, look.
I didn't even know what a bush hog was till I moved out here.
Bush hogging, look it up, Google it.
I'm a city girl, believe it or not. I know I talk weird now because I've been living here for 3 years, but before I lived in Nashville, and I'm more like city. Like, one time we were driving by the road and I for real, I saw, look you guys, y'all remember the Mayola Milk and May cow? People know it. It was like on, if you watch CBS Kids, like with Zoom and Arthur and all that, it used to come like, this is presented to you by the Mayola Milk and May cow.
Mayola Milk and May cow.
I did not know that horses could be spotted like a cow. Should be like black and white. We was driving down the road, and this is like right when I moved out from Nashville. We were driving down the road and I saw what I thought was a cow. It was a horse, and
you thought it was a cow?
Yeah, no, yeah. It was a horse that I thought was a cow. I was like, dang, that cow has some really long legs.
It's got some really long legs.
My family has never let me live that down. Shout out to Steve and Debbie Williams. I love you, Mammoth.
Back to KKK. I was working at a department store on the square. Every once in a while on the square here in Pulaski, they have like these big celebrations for whatever, this fest or that fest or whatever, you know. So they were grilling out. I go across the road, my money with me, and I'm gonna go get some hamburgers and hot dogs. It's like I'm on break. You know, there's a guy with like a polo or whatever, you know, like flipping burgers. And, hello, good sir. How are you doing today? I'm doing good, man. You know, how's it going? Man, it's a beautiful day outside, isn't it? Yeah, it's a beautiful day. Would you like any hamburgers or hot dogs or maybe a drink? We'd love to serve you or whatever. And I was like, yeah. And I started looking around at the flags and stuff. White power, white supremacy, preserve your race. And I just started looking around. I was like, oh crap, like I'm in the middle of a KKK rally. I think I left my money back at the store. Yeah, let me go back and get it real quick. All right, that's fine, that's fine.
Uh-oh, I gotta go get our son. Oh, baby son, don't cry.
He's like, I just woke up. He just woke up. So yeah, that was my like first-hand experience with the KKK. Of course it wasn't, you know, white robes and white hoods and all that stuff, but
if you're wondering what the current fashion is, or the current uniform of the Ku Klux Klan, Klan, whatever they're called, it's a t-shirt.
I've been here like almost all my life.
I've been here 3 years since I married my snowman. Before I became a housewife, my last job was being a corrections officer at the county jail. They had arrested some guy. On his neck, he just had like KKK tattooed on there. It was probably because he was in jail, but like, he didn't bother me. He didn't say a word to me, and honey, I sure enough didn't say a word to him.
Also, there was a guy that used to work at this venue in Nashville.
A lot of you guys, maybe if you're from Nashville, might know this guy. I'm not gonna say his name, but he used to be security there, and this guy was this big white guy, and he had like tattoos of like nooses and people hanging from trees and like KKK and swastika and all this other stuff.
He also used to have boots that had SS on them.
Yeah, he was, girl, you know, if you're a black person, you should probably just stay away from him, but you know, maybe something's not right in my head because I don't know why I talked to this guy, but anyways, actually he talked to me, honey.
It's probably because you guys shared a common interest.
It's probably because no matter how racist you are, you can't deny the brown sugar, honey.
No, it's because they were both at a metal show and she would get in the pit and stuff, so.
We're standing outside the venue and this guy just comes up and starts talking to me and I'm like, really? First of all, why are you carrying on a conversation with me like we're friends? Like, you were definitely somebody that I would never want to come near.
But it's cool that he did talk to you.
Yeah, oh baby, mama's baby. Anyways, what happened was, he was always super nice to me, and I'm like, I mean, the nicest guy ever. Who would have think? Who thought? Who would have think? Anyways, after a while of me going to shows where he works at and us talking and hanging out like it's no big deal, I'm like, why are you talking to me? Why do you have those tattoos if you're hanging out with me? Like, he straight up looked at me and said, well, I don't like your kind. And I was like, all right. At this point, I wouldn't say it was a friendship, but he was super sweet to me. He proceeds to, you know, say, well, Clint had this rally in Florida this year, this big rally, and I didn't go to it. Basically implying that he was trying to get out of it.
Like he was trying to get out of the KKK. Oh well.
I haven't seen this guy in a really long time, but that was interesting. He still hung out after he said, I don't like your kind. Like we said before, we're Christians, so we try to love our enemies, but still don't want to be stupid. I know that I'm a bad example because everything I tell y'all not to do is something that I do. So do as I say, not as I do, honey. If you ever come in contact with a man or somebody, obviously, if you see that this person obviously does not like your race and wants to kill you, I wouldn't suggest becoming friends with them like I did. Don't do that. That's really stupid.
Yeah, that's probably not the smartest thing in the world to do. Love them and, you know, show love to them as a person.
Don't love them, don't go near them, honey.
I honestly didn't even know that the KKK was from Pulaski until I was in like middle school and read about it in a history book.
I didn't know the KKK was from Pulaski until I met my sweet honey.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that.
Because I thought they were from somewhere else. And once I did find out that the KKK was from where he was from, I was like, are you just trying to be nice to me so you can like kill me later?
First of all, she had never met me. You still didn't even know anything about me. Our friend Christian.
Shout out to Christian Vincent because he thought that he was a racist skinhead.
Well, he thought
he just looked at him and was like, dang, that dude is racist.
We all had shaved heads and we was from Pulaski. When me and Misha first started dating, it was always the child's not gonna know what race he is or what color he is, you know. And it's like I just see Zion as Zion. I don't see Zion as white.
You know
or black
what? Let me tell you something about the whole mixed race kids or biracial kids or whatever, them struggling for their identity. I've never struggled with, oh my gosh, am I a black woman or am I a Japanese woman? We've always had all colors of the rainbow in our family, honey.
Yeah.
But we have heard a lot of stuff that is said behind our backs. ignorant people are gonna be ignorant.
Just gotta pray for them and love them.
I've honestly loved that I was both African American and Japanese. Not to be like, oh, I love myself, I'm so cool, yeah, me. I've always thought that that was pretty cool.
Well, I love Japanese people, so.
Yeah, we actually went to Birmingham, Alabama, and we went to the Civil Rights Museum, and I actually saw, like, they had a old school, like, KKK outfit on display in a display case. You guys, if you ever go there, I highly recommend going there because it's awesome.
Yeah.
There is a blood stain on it that had to be removed, and if I'm not mistaken, you can kind of still see it a little bit.
Yeah, you can still see it.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe they've gotten it completely removed, but like seeing the blood stain on the Klan outfit in that display case was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's real. Like, you see videos and stuff about the KKK all the time, but when you see it like up close, like, yeah.
It honestly makes me feel really good that we're together, because what bigger way to kick racism in the face?
Kick it in the face.
It makes us so grateful for people who have come before us. Like, civil rights movement made it like possible for us to go into a restaurant and eat together, walk down the street and hold hands, or even live in Pulaski, Tennessee together. Yeah. Oh, is that it? You're going to knock down our camera! Oh, ooh. There's racist people everywhere you go, and it's not just here. I was in a debate with this group of people, and all of these people, except me, supported the KKK. And they were like, you know what? I support the KKK because it's a great organization because of how it started out. And they're like, you know, well, it didn't start out as being racist. They were trying to help women who were getting beat and stuff. And they were like, well, I just support them 100%. And I've even had somebody say, yeah, I support them. And they asked me to join. But I said, no, but I support y'all because of, you know, how you started. If they wanted to have that reputation, why aren't they, you know, reaching more of how they supposedly started?
The fact that it may or may not have started out as something good, it turned out to be something terrible.
Then another kind of racist, which is like the unofficial friendly racist, but I've had people say stuff like, oh honey, don't worry, because God has made you so white, it doesn't even matter. When people say that, like, oh, you act so white, you're such an Oreo or whatever, I've had to deal with comments like that my whole life. Basically, what you're saying is, if you don't fit into this mold of what a black person should be, then you act white.
Yeah, it's almost like a black person can't be educated.
Don't live your life based on what people tell you that your skin color should act like. Do you.
Just be you.
Do you, honey.
Just be you. Nobody's better at being you than you.
I know that's right.
And love everybody, you know?
Love everyone.
That's what Christ did. He loved everybody. Be like Christ.
Mm-hmm. We went to Walmart the other day, and this guy came up, and he was just like, he was this older white gentleman, and he pulled us aside and he was like, I just want to tell you guys that your family is so beautiful, and I support you, and I think that racism is just so dumb.
Whack.
We've actually gotten that a lot.
Yeah.
So.
It's cool. Let us know what you think about racism, KKK.
What do you think about the KKK? Do you support it too?
I know one way to get rid of it, and that's love.
To answer your questions, yes, black people do live here.
We love all y'all, and we hope that you have a great day. Comment down below, subscribe, like, follow us on Twitter, Instagram. Thank you so much for watching the video and the support so far. This is only our second video. Hopefully, you know, this thing takes off and you guys are interested in what we're doing. This is it. We'll see you guys later.
Bye!
I'm extremely white in this video, so you can.
You're extremely white in real life.
You look good, and I look terrible.
Well, thank you.
Thank y'all so much.
You never look terrible, snowflake.
Yeah. Okay.
Most of the time, I call him Mr. White Man. Why does it only say 1 minute and 28 seconds?
Because we had to start it back up.
Yeah, but we've been talking for longer than 1 minute and 28 seconds.
No, we haven't.
Yes, we have.
Did I hit the record button? No.
You are crazy. You are insane. Look, we better, wouldn't it?
I don't know.
If this video is all messed up, you can thank my sexy white man.
I love you too, even though I look like a freaking ghost.